Hey guys, Gumrex here. Yes, it is my giant bear. So today we're going to talk about this crazy giant theory that is blowing up on Reddit right now, and I'll put the link down below for you guys. And it is talking about the Wano Kuni map that we just got in the end of chapter 934 here, and this awesome foreshadowing that Gekko Moriah gave us way back in the Thriller Bark arc here. So let's dive into it. So way back in Thriller Bark here, you guys, we have Gekko Moriah, and he's talking about oars, and he's talking about the country puller legend. And I'll just say it really quick here for you guys. Gekko Moriah stated, "I could not believe that something so fearsome wreaked havoc in the seas 500 years ago. The nations that fell at his hands were taken whole, island and everything, and he created a nation of villains. The one who created the famous legend of the continent puller was right before my eyes." So thank you, Okiku. We finally get a map of Wano Kuni territory in chapter 934 here. She is explaining to Big Mom that they're oh so far away from Udon, and that's where they're traveling right now. But she brings up this map, and we finally get to see kind of how the structure of Wano Kuni is laid out. As we're seeing here, guys, Wano Kuni is considered 6 different regions that are separated by giant rivers, essentially. So we'll put up a quick map here for you guys, and then we see that Onigashima is actually separated a little bit from these 6 different regions here. So pulling together from Gekko Moriah's forever ago foreshadowing about this country puller here, we have the idea that there was this country puller. Sounds like it might have been Oars, or perhaps someone from his ancestry here, but he is at least 500 years old, because we know he died 500 years ago. We have no idea how old he was when he died, so he could have been there for just a forever amount of time, essentially. And he was grabbing different continents, or his ancestor, and pulling them together to his island, Onigashima. So we have this idea that he created this. We know that he put it together like jigsaw puzzles here, and he's got these giant masses of water. I'll put up a bunch of pictures here for you guys so you can see how much of a beast we get to see Oars be back during the Thriller Bark and Marineford arcs here. So we have him being crazy powerful, crazy agile, and he's able to do all these things. I think that he was the country puller, or perhaps someone in his ancestry, and they made Wano, you guys. I think this map that we just saw definitely confirms that this was the country that was made by the country puller way back in the day, this legendary story. I have to further support this theory by bringing up how in chapter 934 they talked about how each of the different regions in the Wano Kuni land have different climates. And yes, we've seen this a little bit before, but it is very suspicious that each of these different regions would have such different climates, and it fits completely that the country puller would have pulled together these different regions. Additionally, we have to point out that Onigashima itself looks like a massive skull of an Oni. So this person himself could have been the country puller, and his skull is left over, creating Onigashima Island. So I must say, you guys, I think this adds a little bit of extra merit, maybe a couple points to those who are believing in Kaido being an Oni. So we have Oars being an Oni, his ancestor perhaps being an Oni, the country puller was this Oni, and he was staying on Onigashima, and now Kaido's there. It kind of leads to the idea that perhaps, yes, it fits a little bit more. Yes, this adds in some extra ties. I personally do not believe this, you guys. I'll put up the video right up here in the corner for you guys. You can see that I personally believe that Kaido is a dragon without a devil fruit, and you guys got to check that theory video out. Got a really good explanation here. Some people might point out the fact that Wano was definitely around before the Void Century because they were the creators of the poneglyphs, and I want to point out once again that we do not know how old Oars was when he died. If we're assuming Oars was the country puller, it could have been one of his ancestors, and also the flower capital may have been there forever ago, and that could have been where all the poneglyphs were created. I'm starting to think that the world government might have created Wano, or had all these ties to Wano. So we know that Oars' loincloth actually has all this symbolism, and it's written under Mary Joie, and we're seeing that. We're seeing Orochi interacting with the world government in a certain way. People are talking about Kaido and the world government associations being created, all this testing and Punk Hazard. So there's just tons of foreshadowing here. There's the Sea Prism Stone and the connections with the world government. So just an idea to toss out there for you guys. Not fully established at all, just running with it right now. I want to switch gears a little bit, and I want to talk to you about Blackbeard and why I think this helps support the idea that Blackbeard will end up showing up at the end of the Wano Kuni arc, you guys. So we know that Gekko Moriah had this insider information on Oars and him creating the islands here, and then he had Oars under his command for a little bit. So maybe he was actually able to extract a little bit of information from Oars, and possibly this could be further foreshadowing that Gekko Moriah would be able to pass this information on to Blackbeard. Blackbeard would know a little bit more about the Wano country, and he will show up at the end of Wano Kuni and take advantage sneakily of all of the stuff that he may know already about Wano Kuni. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Oars himself was the country puller? Does this theory hold a lot of merit for you guys? Do you think it could have been one of his ancestors? Do you think this foreshadows that Gekko Moriah gave Blackbeard some information? Blackbeard might be coming at the end of the Wano Kuni arc, you guys. I'd love to hear from you. Please comment down below. Let's get a great discussion going. You guys, please comment also telling me what types of videos you guys want me to make. I'm trying to put out frequent content for everyone here. Would love to talk about anything related to the One Piece series. Smash that subscribe button and hit the little bell next to it. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.